Hi, my name is Andrew Warburton and I'm the property advisor. I've sold real estate now for about 30 years, bought and sold my own properties and helped literally thousands of clients. So whether you're young or older, whether you're looking to settle down or you're starting to ramp up your life, I want to let you know I've learned so many things over these last 30 years and I want to be sure that you can take some of that knowledge from me. So whatever age you are, if you're in California, you're about to invest maybe $500,000 or more. And it's really important that you have some of these facts in your mind so that you can make the best decision. This video is specifically about how do I pick the right realtor. Now, I'm not going to pitch myself as a realtor in this video. Wherever you are in California, I want you to know what are the most important things to pick the right realtor, because it could make you thousands of dollars or it could lose you thousands of dollars. So stay tuned, and all the way at the end I've got 3 or 4 special keys that I've learned the hard way, and I want you to learn the easy way, which is called YouTube. Why don't you take the time and do that thumbs up if you like what you see in this video, and place a comment. That helps us a lot. It helps me to build a relationship with you, and I want to encourage you to subscribe if you really like it, and we'll keep you posted 3 to 4 times a week with details on what's happening in real estate in the United States. Now let's look at this video and ask the question, how do I pick the right realtor? Now I want to tell you right up front, I'm going to get kind of down and dirty here. I'm going to speak the facts, and it may not be sort of super cheerful, but it's very, very important what I'm going to share with you. Number one, any job, if you were a company and you were hiring somebody, wouldn't you want to know about the person that you were hiring? Would it be enough for you that you played golf together? Maybe that gave you some relationship, that you went to church together. Maybe that gave you some relationship. You had some common ground and belief system. But if they were going to pull a teeth out of your face, would you be interested in how far they could hit the golf ball or what medical school they'd gone to? It's exactly the same with real estate. You're going to make decisions that affect when you retire or when you don't, how much equity you get or not, whether you buy a house too high or too low. It has nothing to do with a golf swing or what church you go to. It has to do with the qualifications of the person that you're hiring, that you're banking your future on. So I want to really encourage you, the first thing you need to do when you're thinking of working with an agent, whether you're selling or whether you're buying, so a selling agent, a listing agent, or a buyer's agent, look at the agent's history. Go to, it's all public knowledge, if you're in Washington, or if you're in Oregon, or if you're in New York, or if you're in California. In California, you go to the California Bureau of California Bureau of Real Estate. Go to the Bureau of Real Estate.gov, check it out, and there's an area in there that you can put in the real estate agent's name. Put their name in and look at their history. And you'll see in their history, has their license ever been suspended? And why was it suspended? That's very important that you know, does this person have a clean license? Look, you might find a great realtor who's got a ding, but if there's a ding, ask them about it. Because usually in California, you're going to get a ding on your license if you don't pay child support. And if you've got somebody you're hiring who doesn't pay child support, how can they support you to support your children? Doesn't make any sense. It could be somebody who's lost their license because of a DUI, and you're going to get in their car to look at property. Doesn't make sense. So just go to the Bureau of Real Estate and check their license history. Just like you would for any job, you're going to do a background check. Second thing, look at their work history. What have they done as a real estate agent? Ask the agent to bring a copy off the MLS of their last 12 closed transactions. And look, what price range are they in? What areas are they in? How busy are they? What times of the year do they work hard? Do they have a continuous flow of work, or is it spiking? This is exactly the same thing that you would do if you would hire somebody for your business and you're about to spend $500,000. So make sure you know the work history of this individual as well as their personal history and their professional history. All right, third thing. In this day and age, which I love, there's a lot of tech. That means there's a lot of bots. And if you're looking to sell or to buy a house, you've probably already been called many times. You probably get several what we call drip searches coming through your email. That's all automation. It's all processes. In fact, there's marketing companies who work for many, many realtors. We pay the marketing company. They originate what we call leads. That's all automated. So I want to ask you a question. Do you want somebody who puts you on an automated system, which is good, or do you want somebody who's hands-on? So when you receive properties and you're a buyer, is that person you're considering to be your agent, are they handpicking properties, putting your name in the subject line, putting details about your family? Hey, great for your little boy Bobby, it's close to a soccer field. That sort of thing a bot can't do. So are you getting bot emails or are you getting personal emails? Is this person you're considering hiring, are they personally involved with you? Or are they hoping the bot triggers you and one day they make money with you? It's a very important question. Some people might say, hey, I want to be sold by a robot. Okay. Others say, no, I want to be hands-on. At least you're making a decision based on facts. Number 4, you see a lot of big teams in America today. And any town you go into, it used to be there on park benches. Now it's all over Yelp or all over Zillow or all over one of many different websites. So you need to ask yourself the question, if this person says, oh, I've sold 200 homes a year, how many times will you actually speak to that agent? How many times will you speak to that team leader who spends most of their time marketing? How much time will you spend with that agent? You need to know that up front. You might say, look, Andrew, I want to go to a big team because I want some mega successful person who I'll never see overseeing the deal. No problem. But don't be disappointed by going in having one interview with the top person and then being passed to somebody who's maybe had their license 3 months or 6 months, that you haven't done an agent history on, you haven't done a work history on, you have no idea who you're dealing with. So just know if you go to one of these big teams that's on the radio and so on and so forth, it's all good stuff, at least you know. So if you're a person who says, I want to be with a big team and I don't care which agent they delegate me to, okay. If you're a person who says, I want personal help, then make sure you track their work history, that they do enough work to be qualified to earn your business. It's a decision you make. Number 5, are you hiring a buyer's agent or a seller's agent? This is very, very important. Some agents completely specialize in putting signs outside and making videos of properties, and they wait for salespeople to come to them. So that listing agent is a salesperson to sellers, selling themselves to sellers to put the sign outside. You've got other people who find buyers who sell homes. They're not selling themselves to you, they're selling themselves to a buyer who's going to buy the home. Do you want an agent who never closes what we call a buy-side transaction? If that's what you want, no problem. If you want somebody to put the sign outside, put on a lockbox, and not bring a single buyer through the home, that's your choice. At least you know. You know how you can find that out? You ask the agent to bring you a list of what they've sold in the last 12 months, and you ask them to identify which are sell-side transactions and which are buy-side transactions. Neither one is good or bad. It's just the nature of the job. So you need to know who it is that you are hiring and make a knowledgeable decision. Next, is your agent part-time or full-time? This is also extremely important. Nothing wrong with an agent being part-time. The majority of agents in the real estate business are part-time. They've got to weave it in between taking kids to events or running another organization or who knows what. Now, you have to understand, sometimes a buyer might come into town and say, it's Sunday morning, I've got 2 hours, I need to buy a $600,000 property, and this happens. I want to see that house, can I see that house right now? And your voicemail says, I take Sundays off. As long as you know that up front, that's okay. If you're not okay with that, you should know whether your agent is part-time or full-time. You could miss a buyer if your agent isn't available. Or you could capture a buyer if your agent is available. Does your agent not answer calls after 5 o'clock? Some agents think that they're basically doctors and they don't have to, when the surgery's closed, they don't have to be there. That's okay. But you have to know that up front. Is your agent going to answer a buyer call at 8 o'clock? Because most buyers make calls when they come home from work, which is at night. So if they say on their voicemail, I don't answer calls after 5 o'clock, guess what? They're not going to pick up any buyer at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. If that's what you want, no problem. But if you want a buyer, an agent who's constantly available, you need to know your agent. Is the agent part-time or full-time? And what hours are they available to sell your home? What hours are they available if you're a buyer to find the good deals? Are they up at 7 in the morning finding the good deals for you? Or do they only work from 9 to 5, 3 days a week? You need to know. All right, number 7, This is very similar to this number 5. Are they a sign hanger or a home seller? Again, that comes down to identifying how many properties they have had sold for them by putting a sign outside as a listing agent, and how many homes have they sold as a listing and buyer's agent together, and how many have they sold just as a buyer's agent. Number 8, make sure you ask the agent to give you a job description. If you're selling your home, I am going to advertise your home here. I'm going to market your home here. I'm going to build a website there. I'm going to do a virtual tour here. I'm going to send out this many thousand emails a week here. I'm going to do this number of open houses. This is how I'm going to sell your home. Signed. Okay? Make sure if you're hiring a buyer's agent, similar thing. I'm going to search for properties this many hours. I'm going to contact you these many hours. I will show you this many properties. Make sure that you have a job description signed by your agent that they commit to you the service that you deserve if you're investing $500,000 of your money. And finally, make sure that you ask your agent to put on a piece of paper all the charges that you're going to have. Are they going to charge you as a buyer's agent? Are they going to force you to sign a buyer's contract? Or are you free to choose whom you want? As a listing agent, are they going to charge you how much for listing it? How much to the buyer's agent? How much for marketing? How much for other fees? Make sure that you get it in writing what all the fees are so that you know up front. These are 9 pointers of how to pick the right realtor. And I will share with you right now that will either make you thousands or lose you thousands. So why not learn from my mistake and make sure that you hire the right person who can make you thousands and set you up for the future. I want to thank you so much for watching The Property Advisor. I look forward to catching you on the next video. Please, again, would you subscribe? And I'll make sure that you are informed when we bring out new videos that help you create wealth in real estate in the United States. Thanks for watching.